Hello, my name's Fluffy the Destroyer, and welcome to my channel. This is BattleFront 2. I got it on GOG because, you know, the next BattleFront is gonna come in a couple of weeks or months, whatever. It's gonna come near. So, the developer is Pandemic Studios, Savage Entertainment, and the publisher is LucasArts. They use the Zero engine, which I have no clue what it is, but for a 2005 title, it looks pretty good, even today. You can find this title at like $10 on Steam or so, even probably cheaper by some sales. Anyways, like I said, it used the Zero engine. I have nothing much to say about it. Well, at that time, but in 2005, I guess it must have been awesome. But today, like speaking about the graphics, you can still play it at 1080p. And it does give you 60 FPS, so it's still good for today's gaming. I did run into some problems, like you're gonna see now. Like at the start of the game, instead of seeing the usual message in Star Wars like it usually does, I'm gonna see black screen. Like even during the gameplay, sometimes for I don't know, for some objective or something. I'm not really sure. It goes like really black, and I just click the mouse and then it all comes back to normal. So the game doesn't freeze, it's just like a problem. And the solution that I found to this is to play in Windows mode. So you just go inside your Steam folder, or well, whatever, and you just type in /win for the shortcut. So that fixes it. It's really annoying, but hey, it works. For the music, it used the usual soundtrack of Star Wars, so if you're really a Star Wars fan, there's really no surprise here. The only problem that I can note, even though the soundtracks are really good and the songs are, well, the tunes are really good, it'll play at random times, so it's really weird because some songs are just made for some moods or some scenes. But not here, it's just not working here. And what the game is this, like, I'm just gonna take a look at the story here. I really love the way it's being told. Like, it's a narrator who I think it's a veteran or a soldier, or just a leader of the 501 Legion, which is really great. It starts when Palpatine, he wants the advanced generator destroyed on Megiddo. I'm sorry if I'm not saying this right. In reality, the Emperor wants a sample to build a Death Star. Yeah, it's that early. It's the Clone Wars. It goes all the way up to the Battle of Hoth, and unfortunately it ends there. Yeah, it looks like the 501st Legion just, I don't know, it cuts there or something. Pretty sure they could have gone on, or, I don't know, create a story. I mean, it is a game after all, it's not a movie. And yeah, that's what it is. Like, but in case you don't know, the game is split into two eras, the Clone Wars and the Galactic Civil Wars. The one we're really accustomed with the TIE Fighter and Darth Vader and all. You have the ability to choose between 6 classes throughout the game, like either in multiplayer, campaigner, or other modes. Each have their own type of weapons and gadgets to help you through your mission and just be a complete psychopath on the battlefield. You also have some heroes to choose from, well, in-game and certain times. And this is where it really gets interesting. Like, just imagine, you're on Hoth, attacking the rebel base. Then, once inside, you get to choose Darth Vader. How fucking cool is that? I mean, you just run around the base and you just you just slice the rebel scum. Oh man, this is great. Can you just imagine that? You can do it inside Battlefield, you're right. Inside Battlefront 2. I mean, besides that cool feature, you should, you should tell that you, oh my god, sorry about that. Well, there's more to it, of course. Well, like, you can fight as a soldier on the ground. You can also have some vehicles that you can ride, like AT-TEs and other types of vehicles. Hell, you can even go in space and fly TIE fighters and such, but don't worry. It's a whole lot easier than flying that spaceship or starship or whatever, compared to Star Wars TIE Fighter, for example. Like, you don't have energy, weapons, or shields to think about. Like, it's an action game, so you just fly out there and you kill stuff with your lasers, or missiles, or bombs. Like, it's whatever you have. You also have Galactic Conquest. Think of the game Risk, but in space. Oh, before I go there, for the flying in space, it's really good that they have some like flying in space type of missions, but they should have went even further, just like TIE Fighter. That's my personal opinion, because honestly, they could have went even further with this idea, but they didn't go there. It's also like small maps, and yeah, that's going to be like further on. But anyways, for the Galactic Conquest, think of the game Risk, but in space. You see, you get two factions, like it's two factions that hit each other at some point, and then when they hit each other, the game switches to a map strategy perspective to a first-person perspective. So you go in space, the two spaceships goes like with each other, or just they'll encounter a planet, which is red or blue, whatever you have, and then it goes to a first-person shooter, just like instant action or well, like the campaign. The goal is pretty simple. You just kill the enemy and you capture all the points. Then you get some credits. Like in order to do that, you just spend your credits from the missions that you get. So when you lose or even if you lose, you're gonna get some credits, and because of that, you'll get the option to upgrade your stuff. It can go from getting a new class, like a sniper, for example, or some bonuses that will help you fight against your enemy. Like the mode is really great. When you think that first person is just not enough, you got some strategy in here, which like every strategy fan should love. I mean, hell, I know that some people just like strategy games and they find this really cool. This is really cool as well. Like, I never thought I would see this in a Battlefront 2 game, or in a game like Battlefront 2. Then you got the instant action mode. Like, you choose the era, the mode, and level just available to you. Like, it's all free to you. It's right there. You choose whatever you want, whatever space battle. And, I mean, to be honest, I really love the space battles. So, they offer the ability to destroy ships multiple ways. Either from the inside, or when you get inside your ship in their hangar, and then you just get out of your ship, and then you go inside and you just destroy certain various places, or, well, life support, or whatever you need to destroy it. Wow, it's really that great for the space battle. It's not only a space battle, but you get the ability, just picture this, you get the ability to get inside the ship and destroy it from the inside. How fucking cool is that? It's really awesome for me. But is it perfect? Hell no. I mean, you get, yes, true, you get multiple types of gameplay from ground to space or on the ground. You can choose from being a soldier to driving a tank. Like, this is good, but trust me, it's way far than perfect here. Like, for example, the AI. Holy, wow. Where do I begin with this? It's, well, you know what? Let me give you a list, because this is way too much. First of all, the AI. As you'll see on the screen, probably at various times, the NPC will either hit the wall. I'm not kidding. They will just literally hit the wall. There's no point. They will either hit you and move you, like for some whatever reason. You're on the flag and they push you away. That usually happens a lot when you just captured a point. They just run around like crazy. I don't know. When they see you, like the enemy sees you, like there's three guys fighting each other, like, picture this, there's three enemies in front of you and there's three allies just like beside you. They all shoot each other. As soon as the enemy sees you, everyone lets go and they shoot you. Well, except for your allies, of course. It's, I kid you not, this is what I see every single fucking time. It really annoys me. NPCs will just run along your line of fire and get shot. Yeah, I'm serious about that. They see you firing, and instead of getting away, or, gee, you know, I don't know, the obvious, don't go in front of your gun. No, they go there, and they die. Some will just wander off like there's no war or anything. I've never seen a game in my life with that, like, the amount of stupidity from the AI is just enormous. Oh man, it's really ugly. Then you get the special class selection, like mostly Jedi. I personally feel they feel weak, and it feels like it's the same from Jedi to Jedi. They almost have the same kind of power, and they have limited amounts of power, man. I mean, Just change the skin on them, and it's the same thing. Like I said, they all have similar attacks with their lightsabers. No really big change from Jedi to Jedi. Just let me remind you that Jedi Academy, which was released 2 years ago, Jedi Academy, Jedi Knight, whatever, and they could have at least copied the combat system from the Jedis in there, but no, they did something completely different. They use normal general types of combat, like one for attack, another for block, and another for throwing lightsabers, and so on and so on. Like there's some, like Darth Vader, for example, will have choke and everything, but it's really not much. It's also the same Jedi moves he makes, so it's pretty lame for someone who's supposed to know how to fight, like, you know, martial arts and everything. That was a big problem, but it was really minor. No, not a really big problem, just a minor problem. Then there's the maps. This is the really huge problem for me. In fact, that's the thing that really turned me off like the most. Those maps that are in the campaign, like the single player campaign, are really perfect for multiplayer. But they're inside a single player maps. Like, I don't know, who thought that was a good idea? I really don't know. The maps are very small. The design is very simple. It's almost flat. Yeah, you get some stairs here and there, multiple levels, but they don't. I don't know. It's way too simple. I mean, most of the time you're supposed to hit something important, like, I don't know, get information, or like a map or something, or the information from the Death Star, from what I remember. Or, I don't know, just like an energy generator just beside, or these all things are supposed to be protected, but they're all like on top of a road or something, or there's a shield and there's a generator beside it. Who the fuck thought that that would be a really good idea? I mean, it should have been somewhere hidden or something. I don't know. It should have been more protected, but no. I don't know, the obvious. Hide the fucking thing. No. It's barely protected. Man, these problems broke the entire immersion for me. It felt like I was doing a chore instead of playing a game sometimes. And there's another thing, like, for example, the spawning. I don't know, this is a really big problem for me. For example, when you're inside, I don't know what map, but you're inside a library, and there's supposed to be Jedis that are supposed to spawn around you. What the fuck? I don't know. To me, Jedis are not supposed to spawn beside me. They're supposed to appear out of somewhere, like, I don't know. Make a door, make him go through the door, and make it, I don't know, like multiple types of doors, or just make it everywhere or something, but make sure it makes sense. But no, they just appeared out of nowhere. And that happened a lot of time when I tried to capture a point. Like, enemies would usually appear in my back and my, like on the side and everything. And I would get, they would flank me right away. I would get shot and I didn't even know. And by the time I know, my health was at almost, or like half. So if I sucked at the game, it wasn't because that I lacked skills. It's because of the game design that was flawed from the grounds up, like from the core. This is not something that like a developer should do, by the way. These are things that could have been easily fixed, really easily fixed. But no, they decided to go ahead. I don't know. But what saves me? What is saving that game? What tells me from preventing me to say to you, don't buy the game, because I'm going to recommend it. So what makes me do that? Two things. Well, I mean, thank God there's mods in multiplayer, because that's what's saving me from telling you, if you see this game, just get the fuck out. It's devil incarnate, or AIDS, or you know what, it might be both, I don't know. You got a lot of mods available on the internet, and you're going to see on the screen probably at some point. There's a lot of them that I put in. Like a good place is ModDB, and it's a popular website on the internet for mods. And there's multiplayer, like it's the usual general type of old school multiplayer, as in getting game. Then there's 15 players versus 15, capture the flag and deathmatch and so on and so on. like I saw the game on Game Ranger at some point that was like 64 players. It's really fun, but I get the idea that I don't think that game was supposed to support 64 players. It wasn't really good. It's not laggy, but you can. I had some frame drops in there, but you get in, you choose this class, and then you start playing. That was really freaking fun. And in 2005, you had like 5 classes. You had vehicles, you had space battles, and in 2005, multiplayer on the internet. This is really amazing. That alone, you can play for months on end with that, like mods or not. And I do use Game Master and Game Ranger for my multiplayer. I do have 2 executables on my desktop, one for Game Master because I need that to get inside like some maps, and then I can use Game Ranger, which features a lot more servers. And yeah, there are some servers, for example, they only allow Jedis. That's where the mod is. And yes, the game supports mod from the grounds up. The developers, they release some tools about it. So, in conclusion, I can say this. Only because of the multiplayer and mods, I recommend this title. If it wasn't for the multiplayer and mods, I would tell you to stay away. Even if it's a free game, if it was a free game, I would tell you to stay away. Of course, there's some problems here and there, to me, that are really far from perfect, and that could have been fixed from the grounds up. Like, these are design flaws. It's not glitches or bugs. It's design flaws from the grounds up. I guess it's more of a nostalgia feeling, because I'll be honest, when you go on GOG.com, for example, you're going to see some reviews, and most of them, they have a huge feeling of nostalgia. It reminds them of when they played that game a couple of years ago, or 10 or 15, whatever years ago. I get that feeling, and from that I can still, because of that, even though I didn't play the game, there's no nostalgia feeling about me, about that game and me, I still recommend it because of the mods and multiplayer. That's it. And then I would tell you, you know what? Look at a couple of videos on YouTube and judge by yourself. I mean, you can play as Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker. Come on, who doesn't want to do that? Anyways, my name has been Fluffy the Destroyer, and thank you for watching me. And if you did like this video, just rate, subscribe, and comment. If you did like this formula, just tell me in the comments if you did like it or not. Or if you want something else, or if you want a different style of review videos, just tell me. Alright, see you later.